What's up, guys? Just got off a call with Kevin Patrick, crushing it with his SaaS business. He's got 17 clients, roughly bringing in 6,500 a month. He's a high school counselor. It's a great call, man. It's what I love because everyday people just hustling and finding ways to grow their SaaS. He does it mainly via cold calling, and he breaks down the script a little bit. So you definitely need to watch. It's I've never heard that style of cold calling. It's pretty awesome. Makes me want to hop on the cold call and start closing clients that way. But he's mostly closing for like 297 a month. He's got some higher end clients as well. Watch the video. It's super valuable. It'll help you get more software clients.
Yeah, so that's
Nice.
what I've been dealing with. So yeah, I mean, I have
How many
17,
clients?
17
17.
clients now. Yeah,
Nice. And
it's
what
about
are they all paying the same?
no. So I've upsold several of them. My highest ticket one pays $1,600 a month, but they're getting Facebook ads and TikTok ads, but I don't do anything
Okay.
because I honestly I didn't know how to do it. So I was like, I
Yeah.
can sell it, but I'll obviously turn around and have someone else fulfill it for me. So they're $1,600, and then I mean, I profit 1,000 off of them, which is still quite a bit.
Wow. That's still a lot for outsourcing
And
your ads.
yeah, and then I have another company that pays 997, and I outsource it for like 200, so I make 797 off of them.
Nice.
But everybody else, everyone else is between 250 and 350.
Okay.
So
Nice, right on. And now
yeah,
you serve these types of the same. Are you in one niche again, or are you in multiple niches?
no. So I'm in multiple niches. Most
Mhm.
of them are home service people, though. I would say almost all of them are in home service niche. I think there's one
Yeah,
e-commerce, but yeah, also all home service, because this way I can get them on the phone if I call them.
yeah,
Like if I wasn't talking to you right now, I'd be making phone calls. Seriously.
yeah. Nice. Yeah, that's great. So one, that's good for people who knows niching. It's like it's not required. Like the whole messaging is has to be rewired because even for me, it's like, yeah, you stick with one niche. That's what I've done. That's just what I rolled into with as an agency helping gym owners. It's always been stick to your one niche, but with SaaS, you have a little more freedom. Now, how does that, because the question is scalability. It's like, okay, well, if you're in multiple niches, you have to do custom work for every single different, you know, niche. Whereas if you're in one niche, you can just replicate. What are your thoughts on that, though?
I mean, I think they're valid. I think I'm going to niche down fairly soon. My goal is to get to 20 in the next couple of
Yeah,
days or weeks.
sure.
And then I'm probably going to niche down and just go after one or two that are very,
Okay.
very similar. Like, I've talked to a couple of people that are, very closely related niches.
Yeah.
So that's what I think I'm going to do. But at the same time, I honestly, in the beginning, like I was just trying to hustle and make money. So I'm like,
Yeah.
if I get a painter on the phone, I'm talking to a painter and I'm going to close him
Yep.
on the three things that they need to be doing. And if I talk to a plumber, it's the same thing,
Same three things, right?
Yep. And, that's basically what I've done because I just needed to get income going. So
Yeah.
now that I'm going to be at 20 in a couple of days, I'm going to actually start spending some money on having a VA send cold emails, and I want to hire a
There you
sales
go.
cold caller
Nice.
because I know it works. I mean, like I'm only
Yeah.
making a few phone calls. I'm only making a few phone calls a day. Like I signed up 8 people in the last 2 months, um,
Woo, let's go.
and
That's amazing.
I only make a few phone calls on my lunch break and a few phone calls on my drive
Really?
home. Yeah, because I have two little
Wow.
boys like you. When I get home, like I'm outside with them or
Yeah.
playing with, my
Well,
wife
good
wants.
job, man. I'm a dad too, so good job. I love that's the challenge of like when
I know
you're home, and you're working, you're working. It's hard to
it is really
hard to
hard.
yeah. Good
Yeah,
job
and
that you do.
my kids don't nap anymore, so I don't get that nap break either.
Oh, that's crazy, man. So regarding the niche, so what's your motivation to niche down once you hit 20?
Just to provide faster and quicker onboarding, and
Yeah.
also just messaging wise. I mean,
Mm. As far as
just to be,
marketing.
yeah, just to be smoother in my messaging, and hit a few more in points to them when I talk to
Yeah.
them a bit more. That's all.
That makes sense. That makes sense. And that's why I was telling
And
people when you're starting out, though, it's like, dude, just go hustle. Like, you just need momentum. You need to know that this works. You need to prove the
yes,
model.
you do.
Yeah.
You absolutely need to. You need to take, like, you got to take what you can get. You got to find who you can talk to, business owners that you maybe know, or maybe someone can introduce you to. I mean,
Yeah.
listen, I need my brakes changed on my car. Like, I'm not a handy guy. I don't know automotive stuff. So I called a mobile automotive guy, mechanic. He came to my house. I sold him on High Level.
Yeah. Nice. Nice. There you
He
go.
he's gonna charge me $1,000 for brakes or whatever, and a bunch of other stuff on my SUV. And I'm like, listen, like, dude, I'm a software owner. You should be
Yeah.
doing X, Y, and Z. I'll hook you up right here. You give me a good deal, I'm going to give you a good deal. He referred to me,
Nice.
he referred to me someone else like 3 days later. So,
That's
I
awesome.
I sold my landscaper on it. I sold my cabinet painting guy. Uh,
There you go.
like, any guy that comes to my house is going to get sold if they're trying to,
Yeah.
you know,
I love it, man. I love it, dude. That's
I mean, because
so
it
true.
that,
Everybody needs it.
yeah, I
Everybody
mean,
needs it.
painters need it. I'm talking to my plumber. My plumber, he doesn't have a website,
Yeah.
and I'm like, dude, come on, like, let's do this. 297 a month, and we'll get you going, and you'll be, you know, have a nice website. You get some automations and reviews. Like, there's not a whole lot
And you
more than
set
you need.
that, yeah. And you set that up yourself, the website, like you'll just use one of
So
the
I have a
templates and then
Yeah, I mean, I have I mean, I'll show them the template real quick. I don't even make it. I'll send them a screenshot of it real quick.
oh
Um,
right.
and then I have a guy I found a guy, he's in Pakistan, and he does them for, he'll charge me like $100 for a 4 or 5 page website, which I don't even know if that's a good price or not. I just know that he does it
That
fast.
sounds good to me. Yeah.
Yeah. And so I'll right now, what I'm doing for the last 6 websites I've sold, I do 297 for the website up front, and
Okay.
297 a month. So I make $200 off the first website sale, and then I get 297 a month after that.
So is it the first month it's 297 total, or is it
No,
297 for the
297 and 297. Yep.
Okay, okay, cool, cool, good. That's
But
awesome.
now, yeah, so then like 3 weeks ago, I cold called a contractor in Naples, Florida, signed him up for
Yeah.
497 a month, because I said, you know, we can run Facebook ads for you. And
Yeah.
like, they were like, that sounds great. So I'm literally creating the Facebook ad today and launching it tomorrow. Um,
Nice.
they're my second
Let's
up
go.
person. So
Okay. Very
I
good.
really I really want to go all in on the UpHex, because I know 40 UpHex users at 495 a month changes everything. And I
Yeah.
know I think I can get there by the end of the year.
Nice, man. Because are you looking to quit your job?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
Nice.
That's
Deal.
the plan.
What's the income mark you need for you to be comfortable hitting that quitting?
Um, we want to try to aim for 20,000 a month. Um,
Nice.
but I would quit before that. Because
Yeah.
I know once I quit, I mean, if I spent 4 hours a day cold calling, it would be
Yeah.
very, 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 very fruitful.
Lucrative.
Yeah.
Awesome, man. So yeah, let's dive more into that. I love the pricing. Makes sense. 297 for a website, 297 a month. You'll throw in some ads as well. How are you searching up these businesses? You just going on to Google and
I go straight up on Google. I mean, I know I could do it probably more efficiently, but like, literally, I'll sit in my car and I'll just pull up, painters, Fort Wayne, Indiana, and
yeah,
there'll be like 10 of them listed, and I'll just call them down the line, and I try to hit the ones that have 8 to 10 or 20 reviews because obviously they don't have too many, but they
Yeah.
have some, but they have some. So, that's where I'll get them on the phone and, you know, I, that's just what I do.
Yeah.
Now when I'm home, it's a little more sophisticated. I'm actually at my desk and I
Sure.
try to check out their website for 2 minutes before I call them. But
Yeah.
honestly,
Yeah.
yeah.
So then, so often are you getting those people on the phone? What are they answering?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of them answer, not all the time, but a fair amount
Of
answer. And
course.
if I get them on the phone, 1 out of 3 listen. 2 out of 3 might be like, oh, I'm not interested, or I'm too busy right now, not a good time.
Right.
But usually 1 out of 3 are willing to listen. And I've had at least 3 to 5 people in the last couple of weeks. It's a cold call that turns into a 15-minute discussion, almost discovery call, and then
Mm,
the next call is the close.
okay. So for the most part, you're doing two call, kind of like an intro. If you can, if they have time, you're doing a
Yeah.
discovery call and then setting the
Yep.
follow up for a later time. How do you usually end that first call? Like,
I usually will end it and I'll say something like, if we don't do anything about the situation, nothing's going to change. I'm sure you're aware of that. And we certainly know that this is a problem. How about we just get on the phone tomorrow and we can, start solving this quickly.
nice. So that's when you've identified the problem for them.
Yep.
Okay. Then some discovery questions.
Yes. Yep.
Okay. So how do you, I'm kind of jumping around here, but how do you usually open the calls, like to get their attention, to keep them on the call?
Adam, this is actually a cold call. Do you want to hang up now or do you want to hear me out for 30 seconds and then decide?
Nice.
I stole it from some guy I found on YouTube and I've stuck with it. And 8 times out of 10, the person will chuckle a little bit.
Yeah.
Um, and almost all the time, they give you the time of day.
Nice.
I'll be like, all right, go ahead. What are you selling?
Yeah.
Um, they'll say, I appreciate the honesty, but I'm not interested. You know what I mean? That's,
Yeah.
but yeah, I mean, my
That's
five-year-old,
good.
my 5-year-old can deliver that line because he's heard me say it so many times.
Yeah.
Um, it just works.
Okay. It does.
Yeah.
I
So,
love
I
it.
mean, it's all about that delivery. I try to find the person's name if I can, so like I'll call
Yes.
out the name, whether it's on the website or in the Google reviews or something.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so that's what I stick to. So
That's good, man. That's good. So then if they say yes, then like what's your transition there?
it sort of depends, but 8 times out of 10, I'm going with the Google reviews and the Google optimization. And
Okay.
I'll often weave in a story and I'll say something like, Adam, I probably don't need to tell you this, but most people go to Google when they're looking for a painter. My mother-in-law was
Hmm.
recently looking for a painter. Her house, has got teal paint from the 70s. So when she goes into Google, who's she going to call first? The person with the least amount of reviews or the person with the most amount of reviews? Now, my mother-in-law is not a sophisticated person, so she's going to call the person with the most reviews. She thinks they're the best painter. Whether or not that's true, that's another story, but that's not for us to, determine. We just want to make you look like the best painter, whether or not you are. And I'll say, but that all said, you are a pretty darn good painter, right, Adam?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, you're good. Okay, good. Because we're not looking to work with someone who's not going to get great reviews anyway. It's not going to be good for you, not going to be good for us. So if we can, no pun intended, paint a better picture of you online,
Hmm.
that'd be fair. Would you be interested in that? Would that be fair? And they usually say, yeah.
Yeah. Nice. Nice. There you go. I like it, man. So
So
then they get the agreement. Would that be
yeah, get
fair?
it.
Yes, it would
Yep.
be. Hmm.
Yeah, and they'll often ask, what is this going to cost? And I won't answer that. I will say, I imagine I've owned 2 houses now. We've had, gosh, dozens of rooms painted. I know you guys, when you come out, obviously most rooms are like $1,000, $1,200 a room. You got to be making at least 300 bucks profit on a room, unless you're not budgeting that room, right? Or not estimating that room correctly, right? And they'll agree with that. Nine times out of 10, they'll say, yeah, yeah, okay, well, that's why we've always kept our price below what you might make off of one room. So 297, if you're not painting more than one room, then we're not doing our software is not getting the job done. And, you know, there's no contract. So then you can just walk away. But, we're going to get good results for you, and you'll see we get results fast.
Mm,
So we started.
nice. So then they'll ask the price. You sometimes you'll give it to like weave it into a story there of like
Yeah.
related to
Well,
their. Mhm.
yeah, weave it into whatever they're selling. So it always comes out to be way less than what I'll say, well, you charge $1,000, $1,200 for a room. And I know you're making at least 300 to 400, maybe $500 off that room profit. So we're looking to stay under that. So that's why we price it ridiculously low. And, my wife actually gets mad at me. She thinks I should raise the prices, but I just haven't yet. So,
Yeah.
you know,
Okay. So sometimes you'll be able to close. Do you ever close them on the first call?
I haven't had anybody yet, but I know I'm getting close. There's a couple other things I'm working on in my
Uh-huh.
script that I know would help move that a little bit closer. But I think it's totally possible. For if you're
Yeah.
selling SaaS at 297 a month, I think it's completely possible. It's even probably at higher price points too, to be honest.
Right.
Um,
Well,
But
it's good. That brings up a good point of scripting. That's an important. It sounds like you have your script, and then you'll make tweaks to the script.
yep,
You'll improve it. Try to find out, through repetition, what are some other things I can try. So you're
yep.
not. It's not like you're just winging it.
No, no, I have a script that I've written out. I follow
Yeah.
it 9 times out of 10. It's At this point, it's pretty much um it's pretty much memorized. I can,
Yeah. Yeah.
easily um swap in a sentence or two here, but yeah, I did work on it for quite a while. I think it's
Nice.
important.
Yeah. Yeah. That's definitely huge because that's the difference between your cold call working or not.
Yes. And now I'm working on my, how am I going to I want to cold call businesses, and because I honestly love cold calling. It's actually
Yeah.
enjoyable for me and fun, which I know is weird or unusual.
That's awesome. Yeah.
I like it. I mean, like, I have
I
some
need a
great
cold call
conversations.
tips.
Yeah, I mean, I have some great conversations with real people, you know what I mean? And I'm like, listen, like, we appreciate the way you hustle in your painting business, and we try to hustle for you. We try to work with you as your behind the scenes, staff, and make you look bigger and better than you are. And so I'm working now on figuring out exactly the line or two that I want to work the uphex angle into. Um,
Yeah. Yeah.
you know, so that's what I'm really, really working on.
That's the
At
next
the
phase
moment.
for you.
Yes, it is. Cause like I was just telling my wife, I'm like, I know I can sell this uphex stuff. I mean, this is the first time I'm actually generating leads for people. Like,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
crazy. Like I had this asphalt resealer. I got him 20 leads in like 10 days. And he's like,
Wow.
holy cow, dude, this is nuts. I'm like, yeah, I'm thinking like, yeah, dude, I think it's nuts too. I've never seen this. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
I usually am happy if reviews come in, right? These are actually people that want to buy, like, and pay hundreds of dollars.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's an asphalt resealer, huh? See, there's so many like random businesses.
It is ridiculous. Yeah, it is. There's so many businesses like, and so that's where like, um, you know, and I literally I can name on my 10 fingers, asphalt resealer, a fencer, a deck builder, a contractor, a home inspector. I mean, I have like a
Yeah.
whole slew. It's like, they all need this stuff. They all want
Yeah.
leads. Um, I just added a gutter guy the other day. Um,
Mm.
I, I didn't know there's people that specialize in just gutters, and that's what he love. That is
Yeah.
so.
Gutter cleaning. So you ran it. Did you run that through Upex, the guy's ad, or have you started using the Upex
Yeah,
side
so
of things yet?
the gutter guy is going to do ads. I'm actually setting him up today. The asphalt resealer guy is using Uphex right now, and then I have a contractor that's going to be using Uphex tomorrow.
Okay, nice.
So
Now, are
those are
you
my
white? Nice. Are you white labeling high level, or are you just like, hey,
yeah.
this is the software high level, and
No, so I white labeled it right from the start because I wanted to be able to you know, I didn't know how to
yeah,
do anything. I still hardly know how to do anything, to be honest. Um,
yeah,
I, if I showed you my automations and whatever workflows, I mean, they're the most basic you can ever see.
that's good. It's good to
Yeah,
know. Yeah, you don't have to be super complex. Simple
I
works.
don't. I think the biggest thing I witnessed in or observed in all this high level group is that 98% of people get so bogged down in learning all the technical stuff and they
Yeah,
don't do any sales or outreach. And I'm like, I'm 99% outreach, 1% fulfillment, technical know-how, you know.
that's so good, and that's the most important aspect, man. Like that's like you said,
Yeah.
people get way too freaking bogged down with all the technical stuff. You just need about having conversations,
It
selling.
is. Yeah, it's all it is. Whether it's on, and if you don't want to do it on the phone, do it in person. I walked up to a guy in the CVS parking lot. That's how I got the asphalt reseller. He got out of a
Really?
fa- he got out of a very nice looking truck. And I was like, okay. And the guy looked to be a little older than me, and I was like, maybe this guy's the owner, maybe not. But I said, hey,
Yeah,
you own this company, and he's got a beautiful looking truck, and I'm like, okay, they're
yeah.
probably making money. And he said, yeah, I am. I said, oh, that's cool. I said, I can probably help you get a lot more business. And we walked in the CVS together and we talked, and he said, take my number, text me. And I texted him, and he said, my son, who's young, who's like 20 something, he helps me with the social stuff. He'll know more what you're talking about. And it took me about that. It did take 3 weeks to close them because I had to meet them
Sure.
I met him in person at Panera Bread. Um,
Nice.
and they were already using somebody else, but they said, listen, you're local, and let's give it a shot. So they switched from them to me. And
There you go.
you know, yeah, it's like,
Were they already familiar with high level?
no, 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 no.
Okay. They were just using someone to run ads. They were using someone.
They were using someone to do GMB optimization, and
Oh, right, right.
that person had built their website, and and yeah, so I was like, listen, let's do a brand new website, and we'll do the GMB optimization. And then on top of that, I know how to run Facebook ads, which I didn't, but I said,
Yeah, yeah.
we can run the Facebook ads. And then they got 20 leads in like 10 days, 11 days. They're spending $30 a day. Um,
Nice.
yeah.
Heck
So
yeah. That's huge, man. So that's
yeah,
the
it's crazy.
see, people need to just be out. It's like you need aware of everywhere, even for me, because I'm like, I don't even think about it when I'm out and about because I've just been so focused. Like I've gotten all my clients from ads,
Yeah.
just
So I
running.
want to,
Yeah,
yeah, I want to learn how to run some ads, some basic ads.
yeah,
I'm getting a call back right now. Hold on one second.
yeah.
Hello.
Take it.
Yes. Who's this? Listen, let me get back to you. I'm actually on another call. I appreciate the call, though. Sorry, I thought it
I
was
thought it was
someone.
going to be. That would have been nice. We could put it on speed. We could have,
But
got it on
I I
recording.
thought it was someone. Sometimes these people that I cold call, they'll miss the phone call and
Yeah.
they'll call me back later, and I'll say, "Listen, this was actually I was actually cold calling you," and they're like, "Oh, really?" And I'm like, "Yeah," and I'm like, "But imagine if I had been calling about, you know, installing some ceiling fans, and I'm looking for an electrician, that just cost you the job."
Ooh, I know, right?
So and I'll tell him, I'm like, listen, when my wife wants something fixed or done around the house, she doesn't like to wait around a long time. So we just go right on to the next electrician till we find one that's got
Yeah.
good enough reviews, and boom, you got the job. So, um,
Mm. The text, the callback, right? So you kind of lead with that, like, hey,
yeah,
look,
exactly.
should
Yep.
have had automated text.
Yep.
Mm. Yeah,
Absolutely. So,
that's
um,
solid.